For 1,000 years, the Bible was almost the only book people read, if they could read at all. The stories that were officially told and portrayed were biblical and religious stories. That other fount of Western civilization as we know it today, the Greek classics, went largely unknown until the Renaissance. For our purposes, there's a noteworthy difference between these two literatures. In the Bible, people are hardly ever said to be mad as such, whereas in Greek drama they go off their rockers with alarming frequency. It was the rediscovery of the classics that stimulated the long procession of literary mad people of the past 400 years. I soon had a few thousand people I didn't know sending me messages like, OMG. Is it really you? I love it when old ladies blog, one early follower remarked. And they really shone when, during the Olympics, I said that on the podium was too brash to be Canadian, and suggested a podium might be nice. Their own variations poured onto a feed tagged hashtag podium, a podium. For me, rent the podium, see if we like it. Mind if I squeeze by you to get onto that podium? I can tell you that once upon a time when I was doing public events, people would ask me, what do you think about the arts? What do you think of the role of women? What do you think of men? What do you think of all of these things? And now they ask one thing, and that one thing is this: is there hope? My trade is courage and atrocities. I look at them and do not condemn. I write things down the way they happened, as near as can be remembered. I don't ask why, because it is mostly the same. Wars happen because the ones who start them think they can win. My trade is courage and atrocities. I look at them and do not condemn. I write things down the way they happened, as near as can be remembered. I don't ask why, because it is mostly the same. Wars happen because the ones who start them think they can win. Sometimes men throw themselves on grenades and burst like paper bags of guts to save their comrades. I can admire that. But rats and cholera have won many wars. Those, and potatoes, or the absence of them. Despite the propaganda, there are no monsters, or none that can be finally buried. Finish one off, and circumstances and the radio create another. Believe me, whole armies have prayed fervently to God all night and meant it, and been slaughtered anyway. In view of the fading animals, the proliferation of sewers and fears the sea clogging, the air nearing extinction, we should be kind. We should take warning. We should forgive each other. Instead, we are opposite. We come to throw attacking. The gifts we bring even in good faith may be warped in our hands to implements, to maneuvers. A lot of being a poet consists of world ignorance. If you woke up from your trance and realized the nature of the life-threatening and dignity-destroying precipice you were walking along, you would switch into actuarial sciences immediately. I no longer feel I'll be dead by 30, now it's 60. I suppose these deadlines we set for ourselves are really a way of saying we appreciate time, and want to use all of it. I'm still writing poetry, I still can't explain why, and I'm still running out of time. There is more than one kind of freedom, said Aunt Lydia. Freedom to and freedom from. In the days of anarchy, it was freedom to. Now you are being given freedom from. Don't underrate it. Happiness is a garden walled with glass. There's no way in or out. In paradise there are no stories, because there are no journeys. It's loss and regret and misery and yearning that drive the story forward, along its twisted road. Tell, rather than write, because I have nothing to write with and writing is in any case forbidden. But if it's a story, even in my head, I must be telling it to someone. You don't tell a story